Hold up, the show isn't finished yet. We still got one more part. In this one, we talked about ayahuasca and these so-called fake conspiracy theorists, the psychonauts or whatever the fuck they want to be called. The magic mushroom people and ayahuasca. I got a little bit about what the fuck ayahuasca is, a little about the history, who originally used it. I talk, of course, talk about one of its biggest proponents, who was Terence McKenna. He actually was a real conspiracy theorist. And then I go visit their main high forum, which is the DMT Nexus. And how stupid this forum is, man. It's just a bunch full of drug addicts, man. They don't talk about any conspiracy theory there. And then a little bit more generally about why you shouldn't use this psychedelic hallucinogens. It's nonsense. I mean, just destroying yourself. But I think it's better that instead of me saying doing the whole thing right now, you might as well listen to my pre-recorded statements. Okay.
Don't fuck with me! Boss, my word. You got nothing on me. Boss, my word. You got nothing on me. Boss, my word.
Since the late 1990s, there's been a new breed of so-called conspiracy theorists, the psychonauts. They have emerged. And, what they mainly focus on are the exploration of altered states of mind via the ingestion of naturally occurring psychedelic substances. They take a shitload of mushrooms, DMT, which we'll be focusing on today. And, they think based on these psychedelic experiences, they do, astral projection, what do they call it? Learn more about themselves and discover I don't know, the real world, and instead of actually going to real fucking research. Now, but like I said, we're gonna focus on this the most popular one. It's called ayahuasca. And it's kind of funny, these motherfuckers, they always pronounce it strange, ayahuasca, kind of the same way that Jews say name Hitler, they go Hitler. Actually, I like the sound of that. Hitler. I'm going to start saying it from now on. Hitler. Okay, where does fucking ayahuasca come from? See, in the Amazon area of South America, the Indians, they've been taking this drug, that they say can free the soul from the prison of the body, and that lets the soul wander freely and then return to the body. And when the soul's running around and stuff, it frees the owner from trivial reality and makes him go to different realities so he can communicate. Well, they use it to communicate with their ancestors and stuff. That's mostly. And so I think talk to animal spirits too. And see, ayahuasca, that means it's two words in their language. Aya means soul or dead. Huasca means vine or rope. So it's if you look at the whole meaning, means the vine of the soul. And it's this fucking climbing vine that grows along the outside of trees and from the bottom of the jungle all the way up to top. And the traditional method that the Indians used to make it is they go to that fucking tree and they scrape off some of the shit from the bark outside of it from the vine. And then they boil it for a few fucking hours until they get this bitter syrupy juice. And sometimes they add other fucking crazy plants, and and then what do you do? After the shit's all done, you just fucking drink it. And usually the first effects are nausea, dizziness, vomiting, and then you get really happy and become really fucking aggressive. And like I said, man, these medicine man, shaman, he uses the drug to make a diagnosis, acquire knowledge on medical plants, healing, good places to fish, place in the jungle where fruits are good to pick, or predicting disasters or the future. Yeah, basically, it's more suited for because like you're fucking living the jungle. Ain't no fucking television or like books to read, so you'd be pretty fucking bored. So I guess they take the shit to like kick back and relax. And by the way, man, a lot of these idiots, they say like shamanism. That really makes no fucking sense. It's like saying dentism or carpetism or teacherism or healerism or dog trainerism. See, like when you put the ism in like behind the role of the shaman, it takes away like the shaman's work from the context, which is actually animism. See, shamans are like animus. Animus, animal, and like because they do the animal spirits shit, and see these two are like dependent on each other. It's like kind of like monotheism has priests, animism has shamans. Now, one of the biggest proponents of like this fucking psychedelic so-called conspiracy theory, which it isn't, was Terrence McKenna. He died like 10 years ago. I gotta say something, man. Out of all these dipshits, these drug addicts, he was like the only interesting one. And he actually did talk a little about conspiracy. Eventually, brought all this bullshit around too, like the subject of conspiracy theory. So like he was like out of all of them, this was like the only good one. That's why like his name's respected. So he was like a researcher, philosopher, speaker, spiritual teacher, writer on lots of fucking subjects like, human consciousness, psychedelic drugs, the evolution of civilizations, the origin, end of the universe, cybernetics, alchemy, extraterrestrial beings. See, that sounds like fucking conspiracy theory to me, but like these other motherfuckers, man, it's, the worst fucking things, they all try to dress like hippies, and they try to talk like hippies, like, hey man, far out, I just had the trippiest trip ever, man. DMT, hey. Fucking pathetic. And but in addition, to like psychedelic drugs like McKenna, he also talked on like the subject of virtual reality, and which he said that you could use with like psychedelics and like techno-paganism, artificial intelligence, evolution, extraterrestrials. I'm saying, man, this guy was like pretty fucking, he was a real conspiracy theorist. I can't really talk too much shit about him. But one thing, like he always used to have like migraines, and then like eventually he got like brain cancer, and he said like, oh man, this tumor was caused by like me smoking marijuana for 35 years. So like all you fucking potheads who always say like marijuana's not dangerous, like one of your leaders, Terrence McKenna, he admitted like he died from marijuana overdose. Okay. And like when I was doing like this shit, man, to find out like what these dipshits are like, when they like talk to each other, I found this one forum. It's called like DMT Nexus. Oh, I forgot to say something. Like DMT is like active ingredient, the ayahuasca, and man, it's so fucking idiotic, man. Like I said, this is their main hive forum for these like drug addicts. I mean, I was looking at some of the like the hottest threads right now. They're like psychedelic T-shirts, do-it-yourself cold-pressed cactus juicer. What is your mission in life? Man falls out of window on salvia. He art the earth, here the art, he art heart. That makes no fucking sense. Spore syringe, extremely important for those in power relationships. Coffee grinder versus blender. Self-aware dogs. Man, what the fuck, dude? I mean, like I said, most of this forum is like dedicated to like how to become a drug addict. I mean, only very small part of it has anything to do with like conspiracy theory. I mean, like they have like the science, philosophy, spirituality section where you see like little like esoteric in there and mystical shit. So like you can say somehow like I guess you could say that they do have. I mean, it's very small. There's hardly like any discussion in that portion. That's like kind of like Scott talking about conspiracy theory. And when these people like do their work with like ayahuasca and like other entheogens, to get like the head trip, and most of these people are like, they're like privileged, like upper middle class, So you're always looking for shit to do, like travel different places, try new things. And like this is like well, I said it was like 1990s, like when it really started off, but like now it's like become like really, I think like this fad is hopefully dying. I mean, because you hear like fucking Joe Rogan dumbass. I mean, like he keeps on going on, like every time he goes on fucking Alex Jones shows, talks about stupid ass DMT. I mean, like, what good are these transcendental like insights if you behave like an asshole to your kids, or like you make yourself insufferable due to the special privileges you give yourself because you've been enlightened by a sacred plant? I mean, you can have like 20 fucking amazing DMT trips in a row, but like maybe on the 21st, like you're gonna fucking completely lose it. Like property damage, like break shit, personal injury, like kick someone's ass, or like police, maybe they're gonna kick your ass. I mean, it's not worth the risk. I mean, like if you're arrogant and think you're above it, then fucking expect it. I mean, like, possession by demon spirits, is quite the surprise the first time it fucking happens. The best fucking piece of advice I've ever given anybody is like, stay away from these hallucinogens. I mean, they're like the ultimate deceiver. I mean, at first, maybe the experience seems like, genuine love and caring for others, but like over time, the true character will reveal itself. I mean, again, man, how can this be conspiracy theory? I mean, okay, you like took some shit, you saw colors, you believe that you travel around the universe, but like, I still don't see any conspiracy theory in that. I mean, I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of fucking hate, mail because of it, but I'm telling you, I want someone to fucking prove it to me. Like, once y'all try fucking enlightening me, because the way I see it, man, you ain't no fucking different from like marijuana drug addicts or like alcoholics or I don't know, just all these substances, just this fucking substance abuser. I mean, I haven't seen anything like conspiracy research come from this shit. Ayahuasca.
My word. Don't fuck with me! False. My word. You got nothing on me. False. My word. You got nothing on me. False.
Well, I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode of the Joe Blow Conspiracy Show, and Khuda Hafiz. See you guys, bye-bye.
وقتی برات نخواد خدا پشت هم